Jetzt kommen wir aber zu dem Video, was ich eigentlich die ganze Zeit sehen wollte. Tracks NYC, er zeigt uns, Jewelry Expert rates movie scenes from Titanic, Blood Diamond und Uncut Gems. Also ob die Sachen aus dem Film realistisch sind oder nicht. Blood Diamond.
If you find something like that, you have two options. Share it with the rest of the crew or swallow it. Yeah, that's like a 20 carat, 25 carat rock. Rough, yeah, it could be 30 carats rough. If you got a VVS 30 carat, then you're a millionaire. If it's pink, then you're on a yacht. The rarity, the mind-boggling rarity. We're breaking down Uncut Gems, Titanic, and Blood Diamond, and we're checking the facts on how they got their gems and their diamonds right or wrong. Uncut Gems.
Yo. Kevin was just telling me, look for some watches.
So what's happening in this scene? Some of the scenes in the movie got cut out.
I wonder, you got that crazy-ass deal? I want for 16.
And they try to tell a story or whatever it is. So basically, his character is essentially trying to get rid of a fake watch to Kevin Garnett. Okay, so that's why he's trying to push that watch to Prezi. He's like, you know, the Prezi, give him the Prezi. That would be the craziest fucking thing to do if you have a guy like Kevin Garnett in your showroom, okay?
Listen, man. Niggas calling niggas out for this, man.
Das ist heftig, ja. So aktiv als Händler so eine Fake-Uhr pushen.
That's a little bit more unrealistic, but stuff like that has happened with a little baby or somebody sells somebody a $250,000 watch that only was like a $5,000 fake. You get a $245,000 come up. All your problems go away. You got money to flip, money to dip. Just get this motherfucker to wear a fake. What's the difference? He'll enjoy it. And some people take that risk, and that's kind of what's happening in this scene.
Wir hatten beispielsweise auch mal, das gibt es auch immer mal wieder, zum Beispiel Händler. Könnt ihr euch auch vorstellen. Händler denken ja immer, dass es gibt Händler, die schlauer sind als alle. Es gibt immer mal wieder Geschichten, wo beispielsweise einer eine Uhr kauft und sagt, nein, die ist fake. Tendenziell sind es mehr ältere Uhren. Oder Uhren mit Besatz, also mit irgendeinem Diamond-Besatz. Und dann sagen die Leute, nein, die Uhr ist fake. Ich möchte die Uhr zurückgeben. Ja, oder auch mit Papieren. Auch mit Papieren. Da habe ich eine super Geschichte noch gleich zu. Und zwar, da hatten wir jetzt vor kurzem auch so einen Fall. Nein, alle Händler sagen, die Uhr ist fake. Der Besatz ist nicht original. So, und ich habe die Story nur von der Seite mitbekommen. Habe ich gesagt, okay, dann gib die Uhr doch bei Rolex ab. Rolex checkt die Uhr, macht einen Service. Also überholt die Uhr komplett. Uhr ist ready. Der Händler sagt, nein, die ist trotzdem fake. Nein. Also Rolex hat die doch gerade komplett gemacht. Service-Zertifikat ausgestellt, alles gemacht. Nee, ich glaube das trotzdem nicht. Damit hat man auch zu tun. Oder den kleinen, wenn man versucht, wieder einen Rückzieher zu machen. Ich habe mal eine Richard Mille verkauft und der Händler hat sie dann auch nochmal an einen anderen Händler verkauft. Und der quasi der Händler, der die Uhr dann final gekauft hat, hat dann die ganze Zeit gesagt, nein, die Papiere sind falsch. Die Papiere können aber nicht falsch sein, weil derjenige, von dem die Uhr ist, ja, dahinter ist ein offizieller Konzessionär und er hatte es waren zwei Geschäftsmänner und beide Uhren sind nur eine Seriennummer voneinander auseinander und die Originalrechnung ist auch mit dabei. Also, die gehen zu Richard Mille in den Laden und sagen, hier, was ist damit? Sagt er, na, alles passt, ist alles echt. Ja, aber ich glaube trotzdem nicht, dass die echt sind. Sagt er mal, wir sind gerade bei Richard Mille, was gibt nicht echt, die sind 100% echt. So ist das.
Now this was actually 2012 is the setting of the time. The FedEx guy that delivered this, or the guy that delivered it, was actually a FedEx guy that used to deliver to this office that I'm sitting in now. So to see him on set was just surreal.
Er spielt ja selber in dem Film mit, ne?
Man, I can't do this anymore, bro.
We only were able to shoot this scene 3 times. Usually the other scenes you shoot them like 40 times. They make you go through them 100 times for no fucking reason. But we shot it like 3-4 times because every time you gotta rewrap the fish and rewrap the box. So we'd shoot the scene and then it would be another 20 minutes before they rewrap it. We'd shoot the scene another 20 minutes before we rewrap it.
Listen, Garnett's crew came in here, they took a look around, they see these guys, they're like, yo, who works here, who doesn't get out? I said, these guys don't work here. I put in everything into this business, saved your ass 1,000 times.
Is that how people really smuggle stuff? Well, I've never seen that in the Diamond District, but shit's been smuggled, that's for sure. And, you know, you gotta get it across the border, you gotta move it around. Obviously, this is...
Aber es ist eigentlich ein krasser Weg, ne? Also, falls ihr den Film nicht gesehen habt, da wird quasi ein Fisch genommen, ne? Der wird dann importiert und so weiter, wobei das auch schon heftig schwer ist. Also Lebensmittel in die USA, die haben uns am Zoll angehalten und haben halt nur danach gefragt, ob wir Lebensmittel dabei haben. Ich glaube, das ist schon relativ schwer, aber sonst als Schmuggelthema auf jeden Fall gut.
The movie. This was my last day on the set, and it was a magical moment, obviously, as you can imagine, to go to Adam Sandler. Just me and Adam Sandler shooting the scene, you know.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come. Man, I'm finished with this shit.
When I auditioned, this is kind of the script I wrote based on my own life experiences. So that's why this part stands out in the movie, dare I say, because I was able to write these lines myself. So I was my job was to rant at this guy while he is opening up the fish. Funny thing is that in real life, I was the Howard, and these are, you know, my employees, so to speak, and how they would be, you know, dealing with my problems. But it's some sort of dynamic like that.
So these are black Jews, all right? They're stranded in the middle of Ethiopia.
Yeah, it's, I mean, there's Jews in Ethiopia. They've been there for a very long time. You know, on the biblical sense, the queen of Ethiopia, Sheba, went up to go see Solomon. This is in the Bronze Age. And they had a kid, or she got pregnant, and then she went back down and started, you know, a whole sect or tribe down in Ethiopia. And if that's what they're talking about here, then that's what they're talking about here.
Where do these guys get precious black opals? That's what that is.
A black opal?
So what are they talking about here? And I was there when they were filming this, actually. Me, Adam, and Kevin. Black opals come from Ethiopia. If you get that big rock, you hit the jackpot. Opals are stones that have a play of colors. You want your oranges, you want your reds, you want your greens, your blues, and if you have the right mix of colors in the right carat weight with the right cut, you can have a once-in-a-lifetime opal. So how do gems work to begin with? Diamonds are a separate market. You know your diamond. They're just a clean white stone, but you want the flawless, right? It's very simple to understand. Gems are a completely different story. You got heated, unheated, you got natural, you got Ceylon sapphires, you got Burmese rubies, you got all sorts of... The world of gems is a little bit more complicated, and in order to find out what you have to get it certified with several different laboratories yourself, and opals are one of the more complicated gems.
But these you can't get your hands on these things, you understand?
Yeah, there's Australian opals, there's Ethiopian opals. So again, let's figure out exactly how the gem world works. The earth is turning, the magma, the plates, tectonic plates are moving, extinctions are happening, and for one reason or another, in little clusters of the world are little places where if you dig long enough, you're gonna come across a gem. It could be a sapphire, it could be a tanzanite, could be an emerald. And guess what? Where you find those gems, other places in the world don't have, if they have those gems, it's always completely different. There might be opals in Australia, but they're not gonna be the same as the ones in Ethiopia. They're gonna be slightly different because the geological conditions that created gems were varied slightly. That's why the world of gems is so crazy. They're not everywhere. There might be an amazing deposit of a rare gemstone here in America. We just don't know where it is yet. God basically sprinkled them around and said, go find them. There's a place in the world, in another example, that has red emeralds. I forgot where it was. Red emeralds. Emeralds are usually green. These are red. And they are worth more than pink diamonds. Okay, they're very expensive and very rare. And there's some gems that are so rare that are gonna be this big, and they're gonna be $2.2 million, $2.5 million.
How many carats is this?
What, 4,000 or 5,000 carats? $3,000 a carat?
So he's talking about a 4,000 or 5,000 carat. That's what he's estimating the opal to be. Now, in reality, you know, when you start cutting an opal, you don't know what you're getting at all. That's where the game begins. When you're buying the rough, right? People complain about the people mining the stones, how much they're getting for it. Let's not forget, if you mine the stone, you could just as easily cut it and just as easily polish it. If I was mining for a stone, I would not sell it rough. If I was mining for a stone, I'd cut it and polish it myself and try to find a way to get the finished gem. Because why? It's a gamble to buy a rough stone. That stone that he's holding, that's 4,000 or 5,000 carats, you know, in the movie, in reality could break apart and inside could be nothing but pebbles. Rough like that, you're gambling, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's like Pokemon cards. You're looking at an unopened pack. The question is, do you want to sell a bunch of unopened packs? Or do you want to look for the Charizard yourself by opening that first editions yourself?
From stone to stone, garnet to stone, you know that.
You gotta understand the mentality of rich people to understand how all this works. We're used to not having money, so you're thinking like, how much is it worth? What can I get? When you've been living with $10 billion, $100 billion, $30 billion, some of it's illegal money, and you're living with that money, you're not thinking about how much something is worth. You're thinking about how can I get rid of this paper or this number in a bank account for something that might be valuable, that I might enjoy, that no one ever has. If you buy 10 houses, it's nothing but maintenance and headaches. Some people buy art, some people buy gems. They want to get rid of the money. You want to get the money. They got it. They want to get rid of the money and buy something else, and that's why they play and they collect these toys before they die. Titanic?
I intended to save this.
Hab ich nie gesehen, den Film übrigens.
The engagement gala next week. But I thought tonight.
What's my first impressions when I see that? That is a massive sapphire. Fortunately, it's not a real sapphire, and the setting is poo-poo and the diamonds around are even worse.
Good gracious.
Perhaps as a reminder of my feelings for you.
Is it a
Diamond? Yes. 56 carats to be exact.
56 carats to be exact, looks more than 56 carats. Not very accurate. Nobody really cared at the time. I mean, a blue diamond would be hitting, they're doing their best acting holding that you know, zirconia or whatever that is. If they would have had a real blue diamond over there, it would have sucked the room in there. Because there's only very few stones like that. There is a blue diamond that's somewhere out there of that size that was stolen, then recut into another stone. So they kind of like based it off of that.
It was worn by Louis XVI, and they called it Le Coeur de la Mer. The heart of the ocean, yes.
It's overwhelming.
That's for royalty. We are royalty, Rose.
Oh, if you guys want a chain independent like that, $55, I'll make it happen. Yeah, I mean, to me, you know, like for someone who's been looking at stones my whole life, they're doing their best to make it alive, but a diamond would be flashing different lights and having the lights play with it on a level that is ridiculous. What happens in a diamond? When light goes inside of a diamond, it slows down to half of its speed. You're dealing with general relativity now, you're right? From the perspective of light, time doesn't happen. Light has no mass, but yet because of the way the structure of a diamond is set up and the electromagnetic fields, it slows down. So more light exits than enters the diamond. That's really the trick to the diamond. The diamond is brighter than its surrounding light. So that's why you want to look at diamonds in the dark even. Because in the dark, they're still shining. They're flashing because light is getting stuck in there. The very little light that's coming in is swirling around and then coming out more than came in there. It has a distinct feel to it. It has a distinct awe to it that other things in the world just can't do. This is what the real blue diamond looks like. Let's put it side by side. You've got the Titanic diamond over here and a real blue diamond over here. Let me see which one. This is the world's largest blue diamond, yeah. Let's say you find a 50-carat diamond like that at the bottom of the Titanic. You want to give it to that old lady's granddaughter? No. You want it for yourself? Recut it and say you found it. The rarity, the mind-boggling rarity. Here's the top 5 rarest diamond colors. Starting from least of colored diamonds is orange. From orange, green. Green, then pink. Pink, then blue, and then red. So blue is the second rarest diamond color in the world, and red, the rarest. You got this big old rock of a planet, and all the red diamonds could fit in your palm of your hand. Blood diamond,
Ein guter Film. Blood Diamond war ein sehr guter Film.
It's called artisanal mining, but I don't know why these guys are in there with the machine guns. Some people might not find the diamond for a year. It's a group of guys, they know there might be diamonds there, and they start running that operation. Where to look for a diamond in Sierra Leone? Where are you gonna start digging? You dig, you dig, you dig, and if the dirt comes out with a black shale-like stone, usually that indicates that that's where diamonds might be. There's a geology to it. There's layers. You gotta clear this layer, then you're gonna have a layer of that, and you gotta follow it through all that, and it might look like what's going on over here. If you find something like that, you have two options. Share it with the rest of the crew or swallow it. Yeah, that's like a 20 carat, 25 carat rock. Rough, yeah, it could be 30 carats rough. Millions. It could be millions depending on the quality and depending on the color. That's it. That's what you gotta do.
What's going on? Boss, I won't go toilet. I must go now.
But I gotta go to the bathroom was the oldest trick in the book.
Go on. Go hold the team, boss. Go.
The sex of blood. One more.
Now, he's making a mistake. He's checking it out. He's looking at what he found. That's for you guys in the movie. If you fucking got that rock, you better stash that. Don't even glance at it. Don't even think about it. Don't even look at it. If it's the worst quality, if you're like dealing with an I3 bluff stone, you gotta find a sucker to buy it. It could be 100 grand. If you got a VVS, 30 carat, then you're a millionaire. If it's pink, then you're on a yacht.
Give it to me. Yeah. Give it to me.
The government troops are coming!
Yeah. When these diamonds were flowing and the war was starting because it was fueling rebels against the government or whatever, Martin Rappaport was able to stop this war. That's the guy that took me to Africa, right? That's why he's so respected out there. He could maneuver through Africa with impunity. We could start our own militia if we wanted to, and I might. It's a bargain. He was able to stop the war because he was able to stop the flow of the diamonds and the money coming in and moving around. Oh, the diamonds were fueling a war. What you're watching in that movie, The Blood Diamond, you want to understand that this is people trying to make money. This is what Martin Rappaport says. God put the most expensive stuff amongst the poorest people. He didn't put the diamonds in New Jersey. So all three of these movies are dealing with big gems and big dollars. Uncut Gems, he wants to get out of the hood. Is you gonna sell your love to someone else for money? That's what's going on in the Titanic. And then Blood Diamond, he also wants to get out of the hood. Everyone's trying to get to $1, and the gems can get you there, but you gotta play by the rules. I'm in the Diamond District now. I've been to Sierra Leone, haven't been to the bottom of the ocean. But I know that these movies, they play the gem game well enough. It'd be nice if they actually used real gems. They just can't afford it.
Spannendes Video. Also da konnte man auf jeden Fall noch was lernen.